sheep walk because they're being led by the shepherd. And sometimes God doesn't rush you out of the valley. He walks with you in it. And this is the thing that I know is that God does not abandon his people in dark places. He leads them through it. He don't leave you and say, you got to figure this out by yourself. And we know this because the Apostle Paul echoes this exact same thing in the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 8 and 9. He says this, he says that we are afflicted in every way, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not driven to despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Struck down, but not destroyed. In other words, what the Apostle Paul was saying in this moment is he was saying that the valley of the shadow of death is not the end of the story. But there's something that we need to understand, family, about shadows. And I know sometimes shadows are spooky and sometimes shadows are scary. And even sometimes when you're walking outside by yourself and you see a shadow of something, you look back and like, hold on, what was that? Or who was that? Right? But this is the thing, is that a shadow can scare you. Right? A shadow can intimidate you. A shadow can distort our perception, but a shadow cannot harm you. Come on, man. Y'all a little bit too quiet on that. A shadow can scare you. It can intimidate you. It can distort our perception, but the shadow cannot harm you. Why? Because fear often comes from the perception of a thing more than it does the reality of it. I don't know if you heard that. Let me say that again. Fear often comes from the perception of a thing more than its reality. Normally when we see big, scary shadows, it's something actually small that's lurking back there. It's something that God has given you the ability to crush if you needed to do so. And a shadow only exists because there is light somewhere behind it. So instead of focusing on the shadow, yes, if you see a shadow walking, you need to pay attention to what it is and to who it is and where it may be coming from. But a shadow only exists because there is light somewhere behind it. Pastor John, what does that mean? It simply means that even in our valleys, God's presence is always shining through.